Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Joel Sutton, and in this video I want to talk about brand strategy and some of the most common elements that make up a brand strategy for your organization's success. Let's get started. Okay, what is a brand strategy first off? Well, it's actually a pretty broad thing. A brand strategy can be very simple and concise, or it can be incredibly robust, lengthy, and detailed. Many companies start to develop a brand strategy and continue to grow and evolve it years later. Fundamentally, though, a brand strategy is a long-term plan for the development and positioning of a brand to achieve some specific goals. Now, those goals can be far-reaching or they can be very focused, but in general, for most companies that are profit-seeking, a brand strategy includes defining what the purpose is of the brand, the company, their core values. It defines the position that the brand is seeking to take, what makes them unique, how they will compete with other companies. It identifies the visual elements, the messaging that guide the marketing. It identifies the target audience that the company or organization seeks to work and engage with. It identifies consistency and sets patterns for consistency, ensuring that all marketing materials and advertisements align to the brand's vision and values. And it sets a path for growth in the organization. So in this video, I want to talk about 10 elements that are quite common in most brand strategies. Those are the brand's purpose, its vision, mission, values, positioning, personality, brand voice, brand story, brand heritage, and tagline. Now, not every brand strategy will include all 10 of these, but most successful ones, especially those that you would see in a Fortune 500 company, be it Apple or GM, are going to have all of these. So let's look at each of them pretty quickly, shall we? Starting off, before we get into the individual nitty-gritties, I want to talk about the importance of having a purpose, and a brand strategy outlines what that purpose is. According to some research by Zeno Strength, commissioned in 2020, Zeno Group, they found, after surveying over 8,000 customers across 8 countries and analyzing the data collected by various businesses, they found that customers who understood a company's brand strategy, meaning their mission and their values, were 4 to 6 times more likely to trust that company, buy with them again, recommend them, defend them against criticism. And essentially, that's something you want. You want your company to be successful. So when your mission overlaps with your values, you have a brand purpose. And that purpose, when developed properly, can help ensure success for your company. For example, Nike's brand purpose is actually defined on their website as to empower athletes and inspire them to reach their full potential. That's pretty easy to get behind. And if you believe that brand purpose from the company and you're an athlete or you have a family member who's an athlete, it's pretty easy to see how that might inspire you to shop with Nike. Believing in the purpose of a company is going to help you maintain your customers or help. Yes, either way, that can go either way. Moving right along. Brand vision. Now we're going to dive into those 10 elements. The first one, what is a brand vision? A brand vision is essentially a promise, a brand promise. It is the future direction of your brand. It's where you want it to go, what you want it to achieve in the future. An example is that a vision is like a destination on a map. It shows the company and thus your employees and your customers even where you want to go, even if others haven't quite seen it yet. It matters because a strong brand vision helps to guide your organization's journey and helps to keep it focused on your long-term goals, even when challenges arise. If we look at 2 existing brand visions, I'm going to look at Apple and Walt Disney here. Apple says to make the best products on earth and to leave the world better than we found it. Now, it's arguable if they're making the best products on earth. I mean, that's very much an opinion of the users, and it's complicated. But Apple definitely seems to have a desire to leave the world better than they found it. They have sustainability initiatives that are above and beyond global standards. They have solar paneling, just as an example, across the rooftop of almost all of their buildings globally, trying to not drain from the local energy networks. It's an interesting goal. Walt Disney says to be one of the world's leading producers and providers of entertainment and information. Now, whether or not you find entertainment in them, most of the world does find their content entertaining, and so they are achieving or working towards achieving their brand vision. Next, a brand mission. Similar to a mission statement, Levi's brand mission is to deliver profits through principles to make an outsized impact on the world. Notice what it starts with, to deliver profits. The mission defines what the commitment of the company is today, right now, in this point in time. Most companies are aiming to make a profit, and Levi has absolutely no hesitation to admit that. It is in their mission first and foremost. So once again, the mission, it's answering the question, why are you in business? What is the purpose of your organization? Why does it exist today? Next, we have brand values. The brand value establishes a promise to your employees and to your target audience, your consumers, your customers, that explains what you are trying to do to make the world a better place. For example, at Google, their stated values are user protections, responsible AI development, opportunity for all, social impact and justice, and then building a society for everyone. Now, whether or not we agree with these or believe that Google is achieving this is up to the individual. That reflects on the brand and the quality of the brand, but this is Google's brand values. Another example would be IKEA, who strives to develop togetherness, caring for people and planet with sustainable initiatives in their construction and design principles, cost conscious, trying to keep costs low so that their products are affordable and accessible to all peoples, simplicity in the design, both the construction, assembly, and delivery, etc., etc. They have a lot of brand values that they try to ensure are apparent and available in all of their products and services. Brand positioning is how an organization positions itself and able to differentiate itself from its competition. What is it doing unique? What is it doing differently than the competition? This brings us to what's called a unique selling point, or a USP. In essence, it's what makes your products or services better than or substantially different than your competition. At Samsung, on their website, they identify themselves as being a premium brand, that they are looking for high quality and sometimes along with that, high-end flagship style products. They strive for innovation and future-driven positioning. In other words, not relying on what was available yesterday, but developing new technologies, new methods, new approaches for solutions going forward. And then trying to be a global leader, both in policy and practice. Brand positioning is how a company tries to fight for awareness from the consumer, awareness from the target audience. How do people learn about, see, and recognize and know about your company? Positioning is what tries to get the attention of your target audience, and salience. Brand personality. The personality is how you present your brand as very much human feelings rather than an entity. It's trying to make your organization seem more personable. Is your brand meant to be rugged and tough, like Under Armour, sophisticated and calm and welcoming, like a Starbucks store, or enthusiastic, entertaining, and outgoing and vibrant, like a Lego store or Lego product? The brand personality helps your customers to understand and relate to your organization. And it sets a range of traits that attempt to attract people as part of that positioning strategy. Your brand voice provides subtle details and tone of your brand personality. For example, many catchphrases or taglines or slogans at companies tend to represent the voice of which that organization speaks. For example, at Nike, their focus on inspiration and motivation, inspiring athletes, motivating, right? With their tagline, just do it. At Apple, their voice is simplicity and innovation. Look at an Apple store. It's very clean, flat surfaces, minimal shelving, minimal distractions, focusing very much on the products, the minimal products they present. Their slogan is Think Different. Coca-Cola, friendly and uplifting is their voice. The example of that very much is seen in their tagline, Open Happiness. Very friendly, very positive, uplifting. Brand storytelling is an effort to create associations and deliver messages to the audience in a way that feels relevant and engaging. When we hear a story, we instinctively want to know what happens. And when a brand can tell a story, it helps engage the audience and make them stay in tune, focused, and attentive to the activities of your organization, drawing them back time and time again, whether they're a customer or just an observer. A brand heritage is very much like a family heritage. What has your brand, your organization been doing for the last year, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years? Some companies have very well established heritages, like the Hermes company, based out of France. It is the oldest fashion brand in the world, founded in 1837, and it has remained family-owned ever since. Now, what is a tagline? A tagline is generally a very short, meaningful, concise snippet of a phrase or quote or a slogan, as you might think of it, that has the goal of capturing the listener's attention and being memorable, drawing them back to you over and over again. Almost everybody knows McDonald's. I'm loving it, accompanied with a musical jingle. Most people don't know Ford's, Go Further, but it's representative of their vehicles. Go further, do more. Walmart, of course, is save money, live better. That capitalizes on their efforts to provide a wide range of products, providing customers options for their lifestyles at an affordable price. Now, how does that differ from a slogan? A slogan is similar to a tagline, and often many slogans become the tagline for a company. The difference is that a tagline is designed to be long-lasting, guiding the company for years and years to come, whereas a slogan is quite often a catchphrase created for a specific marketing initiative, a specific product or division of the company. However, many times when they are good enough and they capture the attention of the audience and become popular enough, the slogan then becomes a tagline permanently representing the company, such as McDonald's, I'm loving it, and Apple, Think Different. All right, I hope this video helped you understand some of the key elements behind a brand strategy. And if so, I have succeeded and I feel happy about that. If so, please give me a like and a subscribe. And if not, let me know what I can do better in the comments below. This video was designed for a grade 9 MYP design class studying corporate identities and creating a logo. However, a lot of the content within here hopefully applies to almost anyone in any organizational structure working on developing your company's identity and brand identity. Thanks for watching. I'm Joel Sutton. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.